BB26 live eviction tonight. It seems like it's all going to come down to the AI arena. We have so much to talk about. So hopefully you're wearing something comfy. Grab a beverage, smash that like, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy eviction day. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to roast it, recap it, break it all down for you. But first, remember, we like to take a comedic look at things, okay? We roast it, we recap it. I am very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion. You are free to sound off with your opinion or your favorites, even if they're different than mine, and you can do that in the live chat or the comment section after the video posts.
What's POV?
POV is a very important part of this game that had a big impact on this week. So thank you for asking that, Candy. Before we get right into it, make sure you smash that like. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And you know the drill. If you want to support the channel further, you don't have to. Liking and subscribing is so appreciated. There are options. You can send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comment. We can talk about it. You can send a super thanks after the video posts. Thank you to those of you who have been hitting me up on the Venmo, PayPal, and the Cash App, or I should say. Very much appreciated, you guys. Also, if you want bonus content and you want more Big Brother coverage, I do offer a bonus show, exclusive show that's been very fun called The H of H every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific. And that is for all of my YouTube members and 2 of the tiers over on Patreon.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
To hear he's in it. To win H of H, like Jerry O'Connell says. So let's have some fun. Let's go. Okay, so here's what we have going on right now, obviously. Quinn is the HOH. Originally, he had put up Angela, Chemo, and Rubina. Leah won the power veto. We saw it in last night's episode. If you missed my breakdown of that, it's the video right before this one, and I'll link it at the end of this live so you can access it. And she used the veto to take Angela off the block, which was so entertaining, made this week just really, really special when it could have been really, really boring. And he then replaced Angela with his own alliance member, his own ally, being Joseph, which I was happy for, but I'm like, so this is really the season of these BB house guests just putting their allies at risk. And we've seen it happen multiple times that by doing that, their allies go home. And that could be Joseph tonight if he doesn't win the BBAI arena.
Hello, Joseph.
Who is this?
Okay. Hilarious, Joseph. You're so funny. So funny. So the feeds have been, there's been lots of game talk happening, lots of, what different scenarios of who's on the block. Because again, this is a season unlike any we've seen before, with the addition of this twist being the AI arena. So hopefully, like you guys are saying here, hopefully, as Jim says, do we assume Ainsley's big announcement is the end of the arena? I hope not. I want the arena to keep going. I want the arena to be a staple for the show for a couple seasons and see how it goes. Because I know I might be preaching to the choir, or some people might disagree, but it has added the element of really surprise to this game, where there was a lot of predictability in the expect the unexpected that it was supposed to be, but adding AI arena, it leaves these house guests not knowing who they're going to vote for, what could happen, until we get the winner of that AI arena. And also it being, the first season of this, I think house guests sometimes come to the evictions ill-prepared, or they come to the evictions prepared to do a blind side. And it's been super fun to watch. So Yes. All right. A lot of good game talk has been going on. Rubina, I can't say enough about what the work that she's been putting in with the Girls Alliance, with just establishing herself outside of the Tucker showmance, which not every showmance who loses half of their showmance, not every player who loses half of their showmance is able to do. And, I was worried. I really wanted to see Rubina able to game herself, and she's really put in the work. So whatever happens tonight, and if Rubina does go home, let's just say on some chance she doesn't win AI Arena and she is evicted, she did the damn thing. Okay, she definitely is putting in the work. Her social game is very strong. I would say the only thing that's really holding her back is still this allegiance, this tie to Tucker, who the other 5 in the house, really want to be separated from that. And also the trio that she is viewed in, which is Chemo, Tikor, and herself. However, the good thing for Rubina is that these house guests see Tikor and Chemo as like the two. They're the closest of the trio. And Rubina as she's close to them, but she's not Tikor and Chemo close. So that has kind of worked in her favor when house guests have been having conversations about keeping Chemo or Rubina. Let's say Joseph wins AI Arena. Ugh, hopefully not. If he does, and they were talking about Chemo versus Rubina, that has definitely come up quite a bit, that Rubina is someone that people feel like they can work with, mainly the women, because she's really been pushing the Women's Alliance. So they feel safe that even if they aren't going forward with the Women's Alliance, good. I've said that so many times, and I am so surprised that my YouTube channel hasn't been shut down, because you can't say Women's Alliance. But here we are. Okay. I said it. So even if that doesn't end up coming to fruition, they still are, they feel good about Rubina because they feel like she won't put them up. Chemo, they don't necessarily feel the same way. And they also feel that Chemo will still have a very powerful duo in the house, being with Tikor. So I think they see Rubina as someone who's more, someone more that they can work with. Someone more, she's more flexible, I guess, in the game. Now, against Joseph, Rubina, as it looks now, has a really good chance. And against Chemo, she does too. Chemo, not so much. I would be surprised if Chemo wins AI Arena and it is Rubina versus Joseph. I would be surprised if Joseph stayed. Just because a lot of the women have been having conversations, and like Chelsea and MJ, and Chelsea's kind of pulled MJ over to the side of, Rubina would be better for our game even than Joseph, because she's not going to put us up. So they believe she wouldn't put us up. Now Joseph, he'll put us up. And also, the argument's been made to MJ, who was like, no, we should keep Joseph. That, Joseph talked about you not being a threat, which he doesn't see you as a player in this game. He doesn't see you as someone, a serious player. He also calls her kid and other things she doesn't like. But instead, if he does go to jury and you get to final 2, MJ, there's a chance he wouldn't vote for you, because he doesn't really respect your game from what he has previously said. So that's another situation where Joseph's big mouth and big ego has gotten in the way, when he's like, oh, MJ, I'm not really like worried about you if you get to the end with me, because I feel like I'd beat you, Avi, because I have like a really good social game like Dr. Will, and no offense to you, but you like don't. So Joseph saying these things and being so boastful is a big reason, I think, why he's even on the block, and a big reason why people are irked by him, annoyed with him. They don't like it. Nobody wants to hear that. And that's not good social gaming. To be like, oh, BTW, your game kind of blows. Like, no offense, all offense, but I am not really worried to sit next to you because, like, I have like a really good social game and you don't. So clearly I would beat you because I'm like my hero, Dr. Will.
Well, the beauty of having me in this house is that I'm the biggest liar in the house, maybe the biggest liar in California, and let's go on a limb here, possibly the biggest liar in America.
So we will see. There were conversations happening today with Angela, Chelsea. Again, Chelsea always, putting in the work. There was a conversation last night with kind of the group, the other side, the anti-Tucker, who voted him out. And there was a loose agreement, I will say, that they will keep Joseph. However, I don't think that everybody who agreed to that means that, Joseph has made quite a mess for himself. Now he has, since being nominated, he has kind of, it appears as though he's tried to appear humble, a little humble, which he wasn't at all, to other people. He was appearing kind of sad. He would sit outside in the yard and say things like, oh, while other people were around, in the distance, but could hear him. He was talking to himself going, well, it's kind of your fault. You're here. And ultimately, at least you got a chance. At least you got a chance, buddy. So Dave, don't play with that. Dave dog's in here with me and he's just puppying out. So if you hear noises, it's just my cute little doggy. Okay. So Joseph has attempted a little humility, I think. He's going through the motions of it. Do I think he's really humble? No, I don't think I do. Because he's Joseph. Now, did he say that he saw the error of his ways? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, Dave, he's having too much fun with that thing. Let's play Leah and her minions while I have to just put something in front of the little door thingy.
Good job, minions. Yes, you deserve it. Yes. Sorry, forgot your name.
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Right, Peach is his friend. What's your question?
When are we gonna do it?
Ew, that's rude. I barely know you. And you're a minion.
And you're a minion, sorry. We got Dave Dog on a little leashy right now just to make sure that we're not going to be eating any electrical cords. We're puppy training as a single puppy mom today. So it's okay, Dave. You got all your toys. You can do it, buddy. Remember? I say, Dave, we're going to work. Come here, babe. We're going to work. It's okay. You're okay. Okay. So do I think Joseph I think he's sorry that he got put on the block. I think he's sorry that he then had to eat crow and Angela was able to go back to him in last night's episode and go, oh, Joseph, I don't know if you don't win AI Arena. I don't know if there's a place for you in this game. So I think he doesn't like that, but I don't think that he is really, humble. Does anyone in the chat feel free to comment? Does anyone think that Joseph has humbled himself? He's having conversations. He's counting votes he doesn't necessarily have. And then him and Quinn are, on the feeds, they're like, yeah. And anything Cam, Cam, he might be a big guy. Him and Mackenzie might be like comp, but we're the real big dogs. Like and they're just, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Dave Dog, they're not sure because he was a Tijuana street dog. Shout out to TJ Dave. And so they know he's under 1. Okay. And so I think we'll get a better estimate. We have an appointment coming up with our vet. So maybe she can estimate how old he is, but they think between maybe like 9 months to 9-10 months. So I don't know. Something like that. You guys are all saying, no, he's got to go. Joseph needs to stay for his Leah jury vote. Oh, Toothy, you want him to stay so he can vote for Leah? Kara says, nope, get out, please. Edie says, do you think Leah will make it to the end? I think there's a possibility. Why not? Before I would have thought maybe she would get carried along a la Victoria kind of status, but now we're seeing Leah playing the game and making moves and doing stuff. So, this second half is very different. Dana says, no way, delusional as ever. Hey, ho, we know Joseph's got to go. Hey, ho, we know Joseph's got to go. And he has got to go, like Miss Felicia says, Heifer, you got to go. You got to go by noon today, Joseph. And that is, well, this evening. But it would be great if you were already gone.
Oh, Heifer, you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
We got the dog. Oh, y'all already set it up. Y'all set it straight to the office.
Yeah, we heard the dog.
Shout out to Miss Felicia. Shout out to Miss Felicia. Anna says, I totally understand why Leah is fighting for him to stay, but she also should have pushed more for someone else to go on the block if she didn't want this situation to happen. Yes, it's so interesting to watch Quinn and Leah be just like, oh my God, I can't believe we got to save Joseph. It's like, but Quinn, you put him on the block. And Leah, you knew by you using the power of veto that Quinn was going to do that. So maybe, like Anna's saying, you could have had the discussions with Quinn to have him put up T-Core. Because Quinn's HOH is abysmal. It's horrible. Chelsea did have it right last night. If Quinn was really trying to do what he said he was trying to do, the biggest play would have been to put the trio up, that people look at as a threat, being Rubina, T-Core, and Chemo. And granted, yes, I think that I think that T-Core is, she ultimately wasn't misted by Tucker like Joseph was, or Rubina, who had a showmance with them, is in love with them, and Chemo, who had a Rager and the Cager crush on him. But that is, if that's how he was going to play his game, and he was going to try to appease and then ultimately play with and align with those 5 that voted, as the 5 that voted Tucker out, that would have been the way to go. But instead, it's very messy because, Quinn isn't good at reading people, obviously. He's still flirting with Leah, but T-Core really, she's becoming a little more accepting of Quinn with help from friends, but she really is. Quinn burned that bridge with her, she feels, and she doesn't really like him anymore. So it would have benefited him a lot more to put T-Core on the block. Also, T-Core is a far bigger threat than Joseph. Joseph is annoying. I do want Joseph to go home, but from a game standpoint, T-Core's social game still remains very strong. Look at even now. She's, people still want to play with her. Even last night's episode when Chelsea said he should have put T-Core up, she was saying it as just to scare her a little, maybe to keep her over with Chelsea, because her and Chelsea have had this understanding to protect each other. But, which I think shocked some people. It didn't necessarily shock me because Chelsea is, she's a gamer. And you can tell that, yes, she is agreeing to keep, each other safe, but she's also like, hey, it's a game. And if someone else puts her up, I didn't do it, So Quinn putting his own ally on the block and someone that is not a threat. Like if T-Core makes it to the end, just her social game alone and how well liked she is, I think would be an issue, and there's tons of time for her to get another HOH, redeem that HOH. But really, that HOH to house guests that wanted Tucker gone was pretty successful. Now for her and her allies, probably not. So again, T-Core, whether she fell into it or secretly, she really was like, yeah, I hope Tucker goes home. She wasn't, she definitely put him in a position where he could and did go home. Sitting next to her at final 2, she could make that argument. Like, Tucker went home on my HOH. Okay. I knew I could have not put him up, but I did because I thought, hey, if the rest of the house wants to take him out, better for me. It pulled Rubina. Sorry, Rubina, I love you, but it brought you closer to me. Chemo, I knew he was, going to be really hard to get out of this game. And I knew it was going to be a big move within the game to get rid of him. And a lot of us probably wouldn't be sitting here if he was still in the game. She could do that, Yeah, but yes, Sunshine, no one knows Chelsea will turn on T-Core. I don't even think T-Core knows that. So, and it would have been fun to see what T-Core does in the AI arena, and or her winning the veto, So just my opinion. John says Chelsea is way more than angry race hustle. What is it? What? Oh no, John, I don't know. I thought it was what does that even mean? What's an angry race hustler? Like T-Core? I don't think that's oh. The archive says T-Core is too passive to give a good end speech. You never know. You don't know. So I wouldn't say that is I see what you could mean, because she is passive and she does seem shy, but I think when you get to that final two and that adrenaline kicks in, and remember, T-Core is a businesswoman. Like, the more we learn about her on the feeds, she is doing the damn thing with her crochet business. She's applying to all these these different influencer things where she has to go appear. So she knows how to sell herself. I think right now, definitely within the game. I mean, her and Chemo, they take forever to get to any action. It's just a lot of talkity talk, which is good to have Rubina around now, because Rubina will do a little more action, and she will start to make those words come to life. But I think that T-Core is someone that you do not want to, you don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want to play down her ability to win or sell herself, because she is very smart. You remember, she's 23. And in a lot of ways, I really thought she was older than 23. If you hear almost sometimes the difference in like her and MJ talking, and MJ's 22, there is a definite difference. I mean, they both have their, immaturity, because they're very young, but I wouldn't count T-Core out. So I guess that's all I am saying. Oh no, Dave. Well, he got rid of the problem to him, which was one of the leashes. Good thing it's not your main leash. It's just a cheapy leash that came with from his nice foster mom's house. So okay, well, congratulations. You're free, I guess. You just sit by me. Oh, Debbie says, yeah, T-Core is sharp. Julie says T-Core was on the Kelly Clarkson show, and she called her Dinah. Her business's name. Who called her Dinah? Kelly Clarkson called her Dinah? Or she called Kelly Clarkson Dinah? Oh my goodness. He's free, Oh, yeah, she was on that. She has done so many things. Like when she has these late night talks with Rubina and Chemo, they're like, oh my God, because they're in their 30s. They're like, how have you done all this shit? Oh, Dinah's her real name. Okay, sorry, Dossier. Yes, Dinah T-Core, and then okay, got it. I was like, did she call Kelly Clarkson that or whatever? Thank you, Wendy, for the first super chat of the live. Wendy says, Joanne Fabrics. Quinn ripping open his jumpsuit during veto gave us life last night. Hubby and I love watching you. Ride with me. Thank you so much, Wendy Woo. Ride with me. You got to ride with me. Shout out to you and the hubby. Yeah, so it'll be a very interesting day to see what happens in the AI arena, and then what ultimately happens with the votes. I think, like I said, Rubina still has a really good chance up against Chemo and up against Joseph. Angela has been pushing, and she has again today, or should say campaigning for Chemo in a similar way that she campaigned for Leah. She's trying to say, I feel like he wouldn't put us on the block. I feel like he would work with the women. I really like him as a person, but I don't have like a strategic game relationship with him. Just like you, Leah, how I feel about you. We just connect personally. He cares about me as a person. That's very important to Angela. And that's part of the social aspect of this game. Some people need that. They need to feel, I think I would probably need to feel like people give a shit and aren't just talking to me because they have to talk to me, or aren't like acting overtly annoyed when I'm around because we have these human emotions. And that is a lot of, good jury management people. Talk to people, talk with people, learn about them, and don't just talk at them, and don't just talk to them when they need something. That is really a skill that I think a lot of the house guests season after season lack. And so it's amazing as human beings, and it shows in this game what can happen if you connect on a personal level with someone, which then makes the case of why keeping Rubina and Chemo in the game is dangerous for that other side, because then you're keeping 3 people, T-Core, Rubina, and Chemo, who are very close and love each other very much. Okay. Now there are other trios, MJ and Cam and Chelsea are considered a trio. I don't think they connect like that on a personal level, except for Chelsea is just, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but she is, for some reason, she thinks she's dating Cam, and Cam seems to not know. But we can talk about it. What are you doing, Dave? No, don't eat a cord. You're gonna get. Okay, well. I just don't want an electrocuted doggy. Come here, babe. Come get it. All right. This is why it's been a little more challenging for me to go live as frequent and at the time I want to, because I just got this little pooperoony and he's just learning. Yeah, he's like, what? Why is mom talking to a wall? Why are we in this room? Why can't we be playing? Okay, good boy, Dave. Good boy. So they're not as close. And then if we think about Leah and what's his face, Quinn, and then Joseph, they're considered a trio, like a love trio, like 2 simps, like I played earlier, like Harmony from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and her minions. But again, they don't have the connection that T-Core and Rubina and Chemo have made, which can be very dangerous in this game because it's deeper than game. And Angela's looking for that deeper than game, However, she sometimes blows those up, but she has connected with Leah to the point where Leah believes she's good for her game and that she'd be a jury vote for her. So Angela, that's a big reason why she's still here.
She's back. She's back.
Which I don't, after like mid-season, I really don't check the Facebook, the Big Brother Facebook, but I got to imagine that they're mad, right? But Angela, she's a simple gal from California or from Utah via California, and she just wants sex. So get ready, Chuck, because she was talking on the feed that she wants sex.
And I want to be sexed. So I'm telling you right now.
Get some new sheets, Chuck. Make sure you're vacuuming the carpet because she's going to bring her carpet, or lack thereof, home. And she wants you to lay on it. She wants you to cuddle on it. So, yes. All right. I know that she's just, get ready, Chucky. All right. Because, this is freaking Big Brother. But Angela's doing, she's had some good personal conversations with Chemo. She feels like Chemo enjoys her and loves her as a person and cares about her. So she is, she's going to fight for those kind of people. And she feels that's good for her game. So there she is.
This is Big Brother.
Yes, it is, Angela. It is freaking Big Brother. Freaking Big Brother. So Chemo is also good at that. He's when he's not on slop, especially like this week's been rough for him because he's on slop. But although he and T-Core can be very frustrating because they talk so many scenarios and then usually nothing comes to fruition and it's like, but Chemo, early on, he had such a good social game and people are still drawn to him. There are just certain personalities. Rubina's one of those personalities too. People are just drawn to her because she's fun and she's funny and she's silly and it doesn't feel inauthentic. I think, come here, Teddy. Leah or Teddy. Ugh, I can't get my dog name straight. Come here, Dave dog. Come here, baby. Here. Let's play with the treat ball. If you try to get treats out of it, here, go try to get the treats out of it. You can do it. I believe in you. I forgot where I was. I'm so sorry, you guys. I normally would not want to be this distracted, but this is why childless cat and dog ladies matter. Our lives matter too. Okay. No, Chemo. That's why Chemo is such a social threat, but he's really good because people really want to be around him because he just naturally, as much as he's gassy, he's burping, he is, people really like him and they want to be around him and he's fun. It comes off authentic. The same with, I think, Leah. I don't know if it comes off as authentic, but obviously she's got her simps going around and they are, playing games with her and they're playing Wizards and Warcraft or some shit.
Good job, minions. Yes, you deserve it. Yes. Sorry, forgot your name.
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Right, Peach is his friend. What's your question?
When are we gonna do it?
Ew, that's rude. I barely know you. And you're a minion.
Speaking of doing it, you guys, there was Quinn made an interesting remark on the feeds about Leah trying to kiss him and keeping the door closed and something about a shower. And I don't know if he was just like messing with her, but I was like, is there something more going on that we're not seeing? I mean, I find that hard to believe, but I also, because she has been like, she's very good at like manipulating them in this aspect. And also they really just want to believe her. She doesn't even have to do that much. Quinn just wants to believe her. And Quinn knows that would put him up, bad for his game, all the things. But he's like, I know I'm a weak person. So then she started like throwing pillows at him and being like, shut up. So something tells me he just made that up. Or is something when the feeds go down? Everyone's like, no way. He's delusional and fantasizing in front of her. If I was her, I would be like, I'm sorry, what? No. Don't even make that joke. That's not funny. But she just kind of threw pillows at him and then made him a little pillow fort that he was like, bury me in pillows and I'll pretend they're your boobs. Reveal the real. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Joseph needs to go because those three, Tikor, Chemo, and Rubina, can be used as a weapon. They could win HOH and go after Quinn. That's a good point. Leah and Angela. That is a good point, Reveal. Monica, thank you for the super chat. Says, my son just heard you talk about Leah and Buffy. She was like, is that the podcaster that you told that my middle name is Angelus? I said, yes. Oh my gosh. Come here, Dave. He wanted to say Teddy to my poor Dave dog. Come here, Dave dog. Come here, baby. I love that. I love that your son's middle name is Angelus. That is so great. And obviously, shout out to all my Buffy lovers out there. Alexandra says, Delulu Quinn. I mean, seriously. Let's talk about another situation that's been going on, and that is Chelsea and Cam. So Chelsea seems to be upset with the way Cam is treating her. She clearly has a crush on him. She likes him. However, she has had to witness him with MJ. And now she first had to witness him with Leah and the flirting there for a while. And then now it seems that MJ and Cam are like cuddling, caressing each other. And let's just say Chelsea's not enjoying it. And her friends, mainly Tikor, sometimes Rubina, are even clocking it and not liking it on her behalf. Now, Chelsea has done pretty well in not blaming MJ. Because again, how would MJ know that you got a crush on this dude or that she can't bond with someone in the house because you like him. And it's a lot of Chelsea like, should I say this to Cam? And it's like, probably. But then she's making comments like he's treating her differently in the conversations they have. And so I don't know if it's things that we're just not seeing when the feeds are down. But she talks about their talks late at night. And I do remember when Brooklyn was in the house, she would talk about how Brooklyn would give them like marriage therapy. And I think they would call it that. So that leads me to believe maybe there is something more we're not seeing. But it also kind of feels like Cam is just not interested. I mean, Cam's busy doing this with MJ. They were like locking feet, laughing. He's been cuddling on her. She's been caressing his head. And then he caresses her shoulders. And Chelsea's gotten to the point where she will leave the room and then go kind of talk shit on Cam. So I don't know. In this situation, I understand that Chelsea, it must be difficult if you like someone. Again, this is like damn Love Island, but you like someone. If you love somebody, okay? And he is, flirting with everyone else but you. Maybe, though, take that as the hint that he's not that into you. He's not that into you. He's just not. Or, yes, like Lisa's saying, make a move yourself. Make a move yourself. I know, foot funk. They were having some fun. I mean, look at MJ is appreciating Cam's feet. Chelsea, you just say his feet stink. I have only, honestly, in Cam's defense, I have only heard so many, or I shouldn't say only, but I've heard a lot of times Chelsea saying not great things about Cam. So if I was Cam, I wouldn't like her. I'll be honest. I wouldn't like her. I wouldn't like someone that talks about me like that. It's the same thing I would say about a guy saying rude stuff to a woman, and kind of the same thing we always bring up about when people are like, why do women like assholes? Well, I don't know, because you tell us since we're little that if a little boy hits us and is mean to us, that means he really likes us. Maybe you could start telling us that little boys, when they're nice to us, that means they like us, and we'll grow up to be women that look for men who treat us nice and not the assholes who treat us bad, because it's been ingrained and conditioned in us to be like, well, he probably just really loves me. He cheats on me and calls me names and stuff because he really loves me. He's distant and only calls me late at night because he just can't handle all his feelings for me. He likes me so much. So I'll say this in Cam's defense. If she really likes him, then be nice to him. Say nice stuff about him. But she seems to and this could be a big downfall in Chelsea's game if she doesn't check it. Because she's doing really well. But this Cam thing, it's weird. It's like, this man is not your boyfriend. He doesn't owe you. Last I checked, he doesn't really owe you anything. And you just say rude shit about him. You say his feet stink and you kind of rip on him. And I get it. It's because you're mad, you're jealous, you're all those things. But maybe recognize that before you just go disparage this dude. Because for the most part, Cam seems pretty cool. He's very chill, sometimes comatose, but he seems like a nice guy. And I don't think he deserves the slander, the stanky feet slander that he's getting. Yes, Quentin Tarantino liked and subscribed to this channel. And these two will now be on the Wiki Feet. They will have their feet ranked thanks to me. You're so welcome. So Chelsea has just been, it's kind of been, I saw Jim tag me, shout out to Jim in the chat, on Twitter and wanted me to play our player hater. So I'm going to give Chelsea one player hater sound effect. I'm going to hope that she, comes back and stops being a player hater and stops hating on Cam when it seems that he doesn't really know. Or maybe he does know that she likes him, but he's just not interested. But now we see Chelsea kind of, hating on things and fun times and people and stuff that involves Cam because she's just so upset because she likes this dude. It's like, okay, are you here for the money? Because you could win this game, Chelsea. Or are you here to get Cam, who doesn't really seem that into you? There's a fungus among us. Oh, Pamela, I know that you are a lean team if you're saying that, because that is just, I can't stop saying a fungus among us. So we just don't want, Chelsea, we want the best for you. We don't want you to look like a player. So that was for Jim. Shout out to you, Jim, with the player hater. Chelsea, She needs the whole out. It's getting to be a lot. And I kind of was just looking, hoping it would stop, and T-Core is big mad too. And I get it. T-Core's young. Okay. But implying that this is somehow MJ's responsibility and she can't talk to this man or hug up on this man. I think it's problematic to blame the other woman. Now, I think what T-Core's doing is she's like, she's almost like, it's girl code. Okay. I have to get into my Anna Dalvi. So T-Core's like, I just don't think MJ should be doing that. I'm Anna Dalvi. Anna Dalvi? I can't do my Anna Dalvi. Anna Dalvi today. I just don't think she should be doing that. And T-Core, she did have a talk about Rubina with Rubina about this maybe like a couple days ago. And she did acknowledge that it's not MJ's fault. And that she, I think, implied that she talked to MJ about this. I don't know. I didn't see that conversation. But how Chelsea likes him. Well, okay, girl. But like, we're all adults now. And if he is not I could see if you guys were cuddling at night or you guys are secret smooching, then okay. But if it's just you like him and sometimes you have nice conversations, I don't think it needs to be all of this. Rodolfo said, didn't T-Core? That was the longest hug in the history of hugs. That hug still makes me uncomfortable. I'm still icked about that. Okay. I saw that fourth line. Maniac says, or is it? Yeah, Maniac. I thought it was Manic for a second. Matt just watched last night's episode with T-Core's boyfriend at his place. T-Core, you might have to go home because you got to get, what is his name? Jabari. You got to get Jabari. He's hanging out with Matt. Oh, poor Jabari. How did they even hang out? Did Matt go stalk? Why is Jabari in the same area as Matt? Oh my gosh. I am very worried.
He used that as an advantage against my ass. Come on. I am wise beyond, okay?
I am worried. I am worried about Jabari, T-Core's boyfriend. What a clout chaser, Matt. Why are you hanging out with Jabari? Weird. He's like, I watched you with them. Okay. Gloria Gardner says, did you see who was together during last night's feeds? It was Chelsea and Cam studying together while Cam left anytime MJ was in the room. They're purposely keeping their relationship secret. So if there is something going on, I totally get it then. I totally get it. But can you let the audience know? Because right now it's making Chelsea look cuckoo bananas. Where it's making her, it's just like, and I need her to keep her head in the game. So maybe there's some, but I feel like if there is this like secret thing, well, I want to say we would have caught it on the live feeds, but really, I mean, the live feeds have just been a joke this year with no flashback and them cutting it all the time. So, that's what I'm saying. 88 Cam, she's trashing him and she says he smells, he has poor hygiene. And I'm like, I don't really like this. I just don't think Cam deserves this slander. But maybe there's something I'm not seeing. But she really feels that he acts one way when they're alone and one way when other people are around. But people have said that about Chelsea. T-Core, Rubina, Chemo have said that's how they feel about Chelsea. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, the feeds have been awful, Dawn. Awful. Sunshine says they were avoiding MJ because she didn't know correct answers. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about this. So we'll keep an eye on whatever's going on with Chelsea and Cam and MJ. But really, it's just MJ and Cam seem to have a good time together. They seem to like to cuddle and caress. Both of their love languages might be touch. They could just have a very flirty friendship. I don't know. But probably not super smart for their game to make it look like they're in a showmance, but they're enjoying each other. So God bless, Sky Daddy bless. Good job. But if he is secretly doing something with Chelsea, well, then that's a horse of a different color. That is not good. But we'll keep an eye on it because it just, oh my goodness. All right. The house guests last night started to get messages. They got I don't even know how many. They got so many damn messages on the Ainsley AI screen. They got messages allegedly from house guests who have left the house. Their AI picture showed up. They got messages from former house guests. I think they mentioned Fessy and possibly Pooch and God knows who else. Okay. And they were trying to remember these things they were shown and these things they were told because they were assuming it was for maybe the upcoming HOH. So it's either that or they're just being punked by the AI instigator and just staying up all night to study birds like BB21, only to be told, oh, that wasn't nothing. We were just playing with you guys. So it got to a point where Chelsea had to walk away from MJ and she was upstairs with like Cam and I don't know who else. And she was like, I had to stop studying with MJ because she's getting it all wrong. And there was a point where Rubina, I think it was Rubina and maybe even T-Core had to grab chemo because at first everyone was studying together. And then it's like, well, if this is an HOH, you don't want to study with everybody. So they had to stop chemo from helping other people study. Because if he stays in the game, do you want to win the HOH or do you want them to win? I always like when you have people who are, and I don't know if MJ is doing this on purpose. I don't think that's her game, but I would respect the hell out of it if what she was doing was trying to give the wrong answers to throw everyone else off. But then she would have to have a pretty good memory herself because I would start to throw myself off by giving the wrong message. So yes, like Sheila's saying, hit that like. So they were doing that, a lot of studying, and we'll see if that ends up becoming an HOH competition because the house guests have been saying that, they've been blocked from the yard now for a while. They've heard a lot of building and things happening. So they were thinking, that was the HOH competition, but maybe it is just a question answer memory comp like this. Or they were also saying maybe they're starting early. There was speculation they're starting early for the POV, building of the POV competition, and it could be OTEV. But I feel like every week people are like, they just love to speculate on which competitions. Like, it's going to be slip and slide. It's going to be slip and slide. It's going to be slip and slide. And then they're like, it's going to be OTEV. It's going to be OTEV. It's going to be OTEV. And you just never know. Never know. Thank you, Arno. I appreciate that, you guys. Appreciate that. Pamela, are you watching from, because I have it on, I think I have it streaming on my Joleen Vlogs channel as well over there. So you might be watching. Are you watching over there? But you're showing up green over here, so I'm not sure. Dossier says, I hope chemo wins the AI and Joe gets voted out. That would be amazing if that happens. I think that's best case scenario for me. Now, I know that's not going to be best case scenario for everybody, but for me, I'm okay with Joseph, aka Baby Dr. Will, going home in his tidy whiteys, okay, or tidy blueies or tidy blackies or whatever the color of those underpants are. You can go, little girl, okay? I am okay with him leaving. And I'm sure, I don't know. Would anyone put in the chat? Would anyone miss Joseph if he leaves tonight? And it's okay if you will. I think I had high hopes early on, but he's just kind of disappointed me. So I would be like, shout out to all my dogs at the crib. Hopefully he's going home.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
Shout out to all my dogs at the crib. All the time, we're shouting out our dogs at the crib, thanks to Cam. We can't have just blatant Cam slander when he's given us shout out to all my dogs at the crib. Okay? Let's see what you guys are saying. Everyone, okay, no. Chersey says no. Kara says nobody's good TV. Janet says no. Pamela says not really. Rosa says me too. Cammie says Rubina for the win. Edie, am I saying it right? Edie says no. Averia says Joseph quits all the comps, so who knows if he'll win, right? Now you have to actually start winning if you want to stay. No, Tamara says, Monica says no, Lucinda says nah to the nah. Bright Art says, I would miss you, Jolene, doing his mustache. You'd miss this one. Well, don't worry. I'm sure I'll come back from time to time because I'll be on social media talking about people's games. So I'll probably check out his social media. Because Joseph is. I wonder how surprised Joseph will be that he isn't in the running for America's favorite player like he thought he was. Not I, co-winner. Edie says furniture. Okay. Yvonne says OTEV is usually a POV challenge. Yes, HOH. So they're speculating that maybe they're setting up for the POV early, but the HOH is maybe going to be this memory comp from these messages, these AI messages they're getting. But it could just be another act of the AI instigator. There was also talk about, well, who do we think is the AI instigator? Chelsea was pretty sure it was Quinn on the feeds recently, but then I think last night people started to say, people started to put together certain things that the AI instigator said that were things Tucker would say, and then Quinn made a pretty good argument why, we know it's Tucker, to them why he thinks that it is in fact Tucker. And they're all like, see, because he would totally do that. He would make one about himself first. Okay. And then he would make it, he made it about him and Rubina, and then Rubina gets upset, and then he gets to go chase after her and be the hero. So, yep. Patriotic says, I live for the Joseph stash. Yes. Oh, Dossier says, tonight in Joe's exit interview with Julie, he'll tell her I threw the AI. Oh, he'll tell her I threw the AI. And then will Julie Chen, who says love one another, will Julie have to talk to him about him touching himself in the BB house and being so openly to tell everyone about the spiz in the Jack Shack in the tent when he was in the metaverse? Will Julie have something to say about that? Will she be throwing down some 10 commandment facts on him? Just being like, thou shalt not slog on their nog. No, thou shalt not give pleasure to their rager in the cager inside of Big Brother. God was watching Joseph when you were doing that. Yeah, he was. Okay. God is watching us from a distance. She'll play the Bette Midler song and she'll be like, he saw that. I would love for Julie, because she's going to bring it up anyways. She's always going to bring up, Christianity and try to out Christian the house guests and talk to them about God. So I would love it if she brought up Joseph. Yeah. You know what God saw you doing in the BB house, in your poop tent when you were in the metaverse? Or the Matrix, not the metaverse, the Matrix. He saw you choking your own chicken there. Yes, he did, buddy. And let me tell you, I don't know if you've read New Bible, Old Bible, New Testament, Old Testament, all bad. There's never been a verse where Jesus was like, hey, find a Jack Shack and pleasure yourself. I don't know. You should have done something else. Acts of service for other people. But that was not only selfish, blasphemous, and disgusting. So that I would love it if Julie started just going in on him about that and how God is watching him in the Jack Shack. However, I think God closed his eyes on that one. I think he's like, I don't want to see that. No, nasty. I didn't make that part. I gave you people free will. That was his decision. Don't implicate me in this shit. Okay. See, Stan, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Yes. And is he going to go in like Sheila's saying and say, and you are? I hope Julie, I don't think she will, but I hope Julie roasts his little ass
Hello,
up.
Joseph.
Who is this?
It's so annoying. You just don't got it like that. There's certain people that can pull that off, and you, sir, you're not one of them. You're not one of them. It's a lot of try hard energy. It's like one thing, and we all have our, I know I do, and I know some of you in the chat do too. We have our own issues with Julie Chen Moonves. Not to disparage Julie Chen. She was great, but when Julie Chen Moonves got on the scene, things changed, and not all of us love it. But we still respect her enough to not be doing that. For sure. So, Don't shake his hand, Julie. Don't hug him either. Oh my God. Julie might have to shake his. Oh my God, you guys. Oh no. Oh no. Don't let Julie shake his hand. That is blasphemy. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't shake his hand. Oh my God. Don't touch his hand. Don't hug him. He might get a boner. No, no, no. It'll be a jizz shake. Oh, Julie doesn't deserve that. Okay. Julie Chen or Julie Chen Moonves does not deserve that. No, it's a spiz shake. Spiz handshake. Julie needs a hazmat suit. Like she needs to be very careful, Julie. Be careful. Oh, Joseph. And so horrible. So horrible. So the main takeaways today that we need to know as we get into tonight's episode and see what's going to happen, because that's the great thing about this season of Big Brother. It's just like Jerry O'Connell says, like the BB podcasters, we don't like that it's so unpredictable. We like when it's predictable. Jerry, are you drinking? Are you drinking again, Jerry? No, we like when it's unpredictable. And that's what this season is. So we don't know what's going to happen because that darn BBAI arena is going to come into play. And so we can't be out here saying, we already know this person's going home. They're already voting this way. They've known it since Monday. Boring. Bring a book. It's very exciting now.
If you listen to the podcast and everything, some of the Big Brother connoisseurs don't like how unpredictable this season is, but that's why it's so incredible.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry. I'm never going to be able to live this down. One day I'm going to meet you, Jerry, and that's going to be my first question. Do you really like Big Brother? Were you just around the CBS lot that day and they were, looking for somebody and you're like, I've heard of it? Because I feel like that's what happened. I really do feel like that's what happened, Jer. Okay. If I go up to Jerry and I'll go, anybody want cake? And he doesn't reply. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? Are you serving cake? I'll go, I knew it.
Anybody want cake?
Anybody want cake?
It's inappropriate.
Yeah. And you should always reply back, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. But he doesn't know about that life.
This is not good gameplay.
Sure ain't.
Not good gameplay, but very entertaining. So, Mackenzie, I forgot to mention this. MJ did mention, we talked about it a little bit last night. She did say on the feeds that she has the house wrapped around her little finger. She went right up to the camera and after a conversation with T-Core in the unicorn room, and she was like, I got these guys wrapped around my finger. And I need MJ to be careful because we saw that MJ in the early weeks, her and Matt, and they were having meetings in the food storage and they were really feeling themselves and they were making their little alliance with Leah and they really thought they were fine. And you got blindsided. And I understand Mackenzie, MJ has been, she's had a harder route in this game than she expected to. After Matt left, it definitely became, she became a pawn. She became someone who wasn't really in the alliances and things. But now, slow your roll, MJ. I mean, we got a couple wins under our belt, which is great. You're sitting in a very good spot. All right. But not so good that you should don't turn into Joseph, ma'am. Because when you did that before, your number one ally and showmance went home. I mean, now I love that MJ says, oh my God, I'm so glad Matt went home because I would have the ick. So she's definitely, what are you doing there, Dave? No, Dave, what are you eating? Dave. Oh, no. Hold on, guys. He's eating something plastic. Oh, no, Dave. That will hurt your tummy. How the heck did this thing fall off the wall? Oh, Davey. Okay. We're wrapping it up, Dave. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You've been so good. I'm just trying to keep you alive in this office. Okay. But yeah, Anna says, I kind of enjoy her delusional level of confidence. Yeah, it's, you know what? If the men can do it, let the girls play the delusional confidence game. Why not? But yes, BB101, like Sunshine is saying, never get too comfortable or comfortable like at all. Okay. I can't say that word out loud. And we can't go right now because it's like 120 degrees here, which is crazy. We're like breaking records. But later tonight we will. And we have a little bit of time in the yard, in the backyard where we play, but we can't last out there very long because it's so damn hot. So come here, Dave. Do you want me to pick you up? Here, Dave. Come here, baby. Should we say goodbye to the peoples? Come here, honey. Come here, Dave. Oh, good boy. You're sitting. Can you come? He's like, no, I want to go. Can you come? Come here, Dave. Come here. Oh, he hears his brother and sister outside. Let's open the door and see what they all do. Shout out to all my dogs at the crib.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
Yay, brother and sister are here. Oh, sorry, Buffy. So we got Sister Buffy, but Dave went to go play with his brother. Hi, Teddy. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to close you guys out. You guys were just sleeping, so I didn't want to wake you up. So MJ's feeling herself. There was an agreement made last night that chemo is the main target tonight, but we'll see what happens with the AI arena. And they were somewhat undecided about Joseph versus Rubina because Rubina ended up interrupting that conversation. But from the conversations I heard today, people are leaning more toward Rubina. And you'd only need 4 votes to stay, or four votes to evict, right? Thank you. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm telling you guys, these childless dog and cat ladies, we're very busy. Okay. They studied the videos, and Ainsley has a big announcement for tonight. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be live after the episode, but I won't be live until about 7:30, I think my live is. Is that what time it is, Buffy? Should we want to say hi to everybody? 7:30 Pacific. So that would be 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. I'll be back and I'll be live. And then tomorrow, I already made my live for 11 a.m. to talk about who is going to win, who wins the HOH, what we think the noms are going to be, and all that fun stuff. Right, Buffy? Are you surviving with all these boys now that you have 2 brothers? All right. Thank you guys so much for all the comments. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to my mods. Thank you, Wendy Wu, Reveal the Real, Monica M, and C-Stan. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Smash that like on your way out. And I know I don't get to everyone's comments, so please, please, please comment on the video after it posts. Also, follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. I might watch it live on TikTok. If not tonight, I'll do it in the future. So if you have a TikTok, follow me there. All right. I gotta go. The dogs are calling, right, Buff? And you guys are all beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see.